we talk about roundabouts. Mini roundabouts, okay? Right. So the first problem that we have with a mini roundabout is we must determine priority.
Okay.
All right. So if this is a mini roundabout, okay, that's your mini roundabout there, yeah? Now what happens is, if you're here wanting to turn right, put your right signal on, your intention is to turn right like that, yeah? Whatever cars are coming from the right-hand side, turning right, have got priority over you because they're coming. If you divide your car in half, anything coming from that side, from your right-hand side, approaching you from your right-hand side, has priority over you.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And everything that is on your left-hand side or approaching you from this side, on your left over here, they don't have priority over you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Got it? Do you understand?
Yeah, I do understand that.
All right. So what happens is, when we get to the roundabout, the cars that are going to be coming with their right signal on. So if a car comes to us and we can see it's got that signal on, or if it's got no signal on, because no signal, we don't know if it's going that way or if it's going that way.
Okay.
All right?
But if they have a signal, how do we know where they're going?
Well, if it's got the right signal on, they're going that way.
Okay.
If
So yeah, they have the priority.
They have the priority because they're coming from the right.
Okay.
So we must wait for them to go through the roundabout.
Okay.
If the car has got the left signal on,
Yeah.
okay, if this car's got his left signal on, he's going this way. And where his progress is not going to affect us.
Yeah, so we
can go.
Go, I understand that.
All right?
I do
Yeah?
understand.
So we must look, and if he's got no signal on, where's he going?
We don't know where is he going.
We
so
don't know.
We have
so
to
we
wait.
have to wait for him and see which way he goes, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So if he comes with no signal, we don't know if he's going that way or if he's going that way.
It's true.
We don't know, is he going to go up there or down there? Yeah, so no signal means wait as well, until we know where he's going. All right, so now all the cars coming from that side, going this way, have got priority on us, and those without signals.
Okay.
Okay.
All the car comes from the right has priority.
Priority over
But the
us.
rest we have the priority from
We have the priority over them. Okay, and if a car is going straight, because we are coming from its right-hand side, so if a car's intention is, if we have a car here, let's put this in a different color. Let's say we have a car here. Who wants to go straight? Because we are coming from its right-hand side, see, if you turn this around, whoops, it's going to keep doing that. Let me just get that so it doesn't do that to me. All right, so if we come from this side, like this, then a car coming from our right-hand side, if we're the blue car, that car will have priority over us.
I understand that.
Okay. So if we are turning across traffic at the roundabout, we have priority, and only at mini roundabouts, we have priority over that car.
Okay.
Because we are approaching it from its right-hand side.
Okay.
So we have priority. So we have priority over any cars going straight because we're turning right. We don't have priority over any cars coming from our right-hand side that are turning right.
Okay.
But we have priority over cars going left. Now, if you're in this car and you've got a car coming from there, who has priority?
What do you mean?
If you are this car,
and
there's a car coming from your right, who has priority?
I think the car on the right.
Yes, that car has priority.
Yeah.
Because he's coming from the right-hand side.
Right-hand side.
So even if we're turning left, we don't have priority over that car.
Yeah.
But we don't have to worry about that car because it's going round us. Okay, so this car has to wait for that car. Right, okay, so this car, whether he's going this way or that way, doesn't matter. That car there has to wait for that car. But we don't have to wait for that car because we have priority over that car. But what we do is when we see that car coming, we just wait for it to move.
Okay.
When it moves, it blocks that car from us. And then that's a shield. That car is acting as a shield so that we can turn right on the roundabout. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. I understand. I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that now becomes a shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this guy is blocking for us, so we can at
Go
least
around.
get the chance to go around.
We can get the chance
Yes,
to go around.
Yeah. Sorry.
So we can, no, it's all right, no problem, don't worry about it. So we can now go behind, so that car goes, when he goes forward, right, we go behind him, and then this car will go next. So in actual fact, this is a lockup.
Okay.
This is a lockup, because what happens here, and let's say that car is going, his intention is to go. His intention is to go to the right like that, yes? And our intention is to go right, and that car's intention is to go that way. So he's got his right signal on. His intention is to turn to the right, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we've got is a lockup. This car wants to turn right, but it can't move because that car has got priority over it. This car wants to turn right on the roundabout, but it can't move because it has a car on its right.
I didn't get that.
If this car wants to turn right and the only car on the roundabout was coming at it, it would be from its right,
Yeah,
wouldn't
from
it?
his right, yeah.
So he has to stop for that car.
Yeah.
This car has to stop for us
It's true, yeah.
because we're coming from its right.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so we can't go. This is us. We can't go because of that car.
Yeah.
That car can't go because of that car.
So we can use.
We can use the lockup
The
if we
lockup.
see it in time.
Okay.
Because somebody has to go to break the lockup.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if this car goes first, which car is going to go next?
If this car goes
First, in the lockup. Everybody stops.
this car will be next, I think.
Will he? What happens when we go? When
This guy will have the chance to go as well.
Yeah, he can
no, I
go
get it,
because it's a shield,
yeah,
isn't
it's a
it?
shield, yeah.
This car goes around and it blocks that car from coming onto the roundabout.
Yeah.
So this car, if he's quick,
Yeah.
can follow behind us and use us as a shield against that car.
Okay. Yeah.
So shielding changes the priority.
All right.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I do understand that.
Okay, so on the roundabout you have two things. You have priority is your first thing. Okay, so give way to the right. Any cars approaching you from the right is the first thing. That's number one. And then second is shielding, because sometimes everything will change because of shielding.
Shielding.
When shielding blocks the other cars from going, then you can go. If you were going straight here and weren't turning, so let's say you were going straight and you were not turning. So if your intention is to go straight, and there was a whole lot of cars coming up here wanting to turn right, the cars coming straight through will shield you from those cars so that you can go through. Because they come here, they have priority over you, but they can't go if there's a car going straight.
Yeah. So I can go.
So you can go.
Yeah.
So you are shielded.
Yeah, I get it. I understand the word of shield now. Before I didn't.
Okay.
When we were doing
Yeah?
it. Yeah.
So when you get to a roundabout, you must think about where are my shields going to come from?
Okay.
And where are my priorities? Which are my priorities? So first you get there, where's my priorities? What do I have to think of?
Yeah.
Who has priority over me? Then the second thing you think about is, who are going to be my shields? maybe there are such few cars that you just have to work with priority.
Okay.
But if there are a lot of cars, you have to use shielding as well.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
So shielding is when something comes onto the roundabout which blocks out other cars, which gives you an opportunity to go.
Like this guy, if he's going to the left, you said,
Yeah,
because he has priority over us,
yeah,
and his left signal is on,
yeah.
so we can at least
We can go.
go.
Yes.
And yeah.
But he's not. That's not a shield because he's not going to interfere with us.
Okay.
But that car coming through there
Yeah.
is shielding us from these cars.
Okay. Because he has over priority of that.
That's correct.
Oh, right, now I get it.
Because that car has priority over that car.
Okay.
So that car can't get onto the roundabout because he's got to let that car go.
So
That gives us an opportunity to go.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I did.
Okay? And that's basically mini roundabouts. And then the most important thing is, how do you identify a mini roundabout? When you get to the junction, at the junction, there's a sign, a blue sign with white arrows on it like that. Yes? That is the sign that this is a mini roundabout. And if there are 2 mini roundabouts, there'll be one at this one and there'll be one at the next one.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Any questions?
For example, if there is one is this and then another roundabout, you see 3 mini roundabout, it means there is 3 mini roundabout around there.
Yeah.
If you see 3
Of
logos of
3 of these signs.
yeah, 3 of these signs.
That sign is always not in advance of the roundabout.
Okay.
It is at the roundabout.
Roundabout. Okay.
At the roundabout. Physically where the junction is. Why should you have a sign at the junction? Because sometimes the white in the middle is worn away and you don't know.
Okay.
So the sign tells you, treat this junction as a mini roundabout. Or what happens if you have snow? You can't see the markings on the ground.
So this will be the idea to see.
That will tell you what it is you're dealing with when you get to that junction. All right?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No.